And we are live. Welcome back to That's So Controversial. I am your man, Rick, and today we are joined by my good friend, Mike. Mike G, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are safe in this snowstorm.
Yeah, man, how you managing during this snowstorm, man? It's crazy out there.
I'm all right. The office closed at 12 in the afternoon because we couldn't deliver the mail.
I feel you, man. Me and my wife dragged me outside to start, get a head start on the storm. But the truth is, it's gonna be kind of crazy later on. So it's like double duty. So I was out there, you know, struggling, but having some fun too at the same time.
I couldn't even park my car in the driveway. I had to
Oh, that's
park it
terrible.
at a quick check.
They charge you for that, or it's like it's a free parking?
They don't charge me, but I spoke to one of the people that work there, one of the employees, and because they all know me because I go there every day, just to like fill up with gas or get snacks for work. They didn't say anything.
All right, man. Well, I hope everybody's staying safe out there and, just trying to stay warm because it is a little cold out there. So, with that said, man, today's topic is going to be embarrassing moments. And with that said,
Let's start the show.
come on, man. My intro's not working.
Oh,
My intro's not working, man. There's an issue here.
let's cut it.
Cut. Womp, womp. That's terrible. I'm having technical difficulties over there. No intro today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, anyway, it goes. Welcome back to That So Controversial Daily Chat number 46. Today we're going to be talking about embarrassing moments, man. So tell me what's going on.
Uh,
That was
as
an
far as
embarrassing moment right
moment
there.
goes,
That was all right there.
I have an embarrassing moment that I had. Well, it was kind of funny. It wasn't really an embarrassing moment for me, but it was for my mom that raised me. So it was when um I was breaking the news to her that me and my ex-wife were expecting. So we put the test inside the box, and next thing you know, she takes it out of the box, and because she's old fashioned, she's like,
Your audio went out.
"Why are you trying to cut me off, man?"
That wasn't me, brother. That was not me.
So yeah, she what was the last thing you heard?
Nothing. I heard my
All right, so the embarrassing moment wasn't really me; it was my mother, the one who raised me. So me and my ex-wife, we were breaking the news to her that we were expecting, and so we put the test inside a box, a gift bag, and we gave it to her. Next thing you know, she's taking out all the extra stuff, the tissue paper, and she comes across it and she tries to open it, and we're like, no, you got to read it, because she didn't know how one of those pregnancy tests work, because she's so old school, man. So yeah, that was the embarrassing moment I had.
Oh
Well,
man,
she had.
she touched the thing with her hand, man.
She almost did. No, she tried to pull it apart.
Oh, you gotta help me out here because I just told you my embarrassing moment and I can't remember it now. You know
Oh, it was you said the sneakers.
yes. All right, cool. So now I'll give you guys one of my most embarrassing moments, pretty much of all time. If it's not, it's definitely in my top three. And then we'll talk about why we find these things embarrassing. What makes an embarrassing moment embarrassing, right? So for me, it was first day of school, sixth grade for me, right? So obviously, we were poor, broke, back then. So my mom was trying to save, some money. And she decided to buy me a new pair of sneakers, from the budget section. So she comes home with these brand new sneakers. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? She gets me some fucking cleats, some baseball cleats for my first day of school. So I'm walking into class sounding like a damn horse, and that shit was just terrible, man. And I'm just glad that I'll be 100% honest with you. No one actually made fun of me. That was actually pretty cool. So, but I was still, I was feeling like crap. I was embarrassed, and I went on to ask my mom, why the hell did she buy me baseball cleats for the first day of school. She told me for one, they were $199, not $199, $1.99. And two, she thought they were gonna help me walk better. She didn't know. She didn't know they were for sports.
Rick moves his hips too much when he walks.
Yeah, so I mean, that was this is terrible, man, terrible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what makes embarrassing moments embarrassing. I found this really cool definition, which I won't be able to get the whole thing in here. So let me just read it for you guys really quick.
While you do that, I'm gonna refresh the browser real quick.
All right, you do that, tough guy. You refresh that browser. All right, so cool. I found this really cool definition for embarrassing moments. So embarrassment is a self-conscious emotion dictated by a disconnect between how we feel we should respond or act in public and how we actually respond or act. We are most likely to be embarrassed when we believe we have not lived up to what society asks of us and when we are on the receiving end of an undesired attention. So I thought that was pretty interesting for what an embarrassing moment is. So, I mean, what's going on, everybody, man? Thank you guys for always showing up. You guys rock, man. All 5, 6 of you guys here all the time, every time. Got this guy. I completely forgot about you for a second. Yes, I'd like to hear from some of you guys, man. Like, what are some of your embarrassing moments? Eddie, Showcast, Mommy Flow, Motivation and Consistency. I got to hear what you guys have going on. She says, I don't like attention, so I'm really embarrassed all the time. Okay. I could dig it. I can dig it. She doesn't like being the center of attention. So
not even with the hubby.
It's not embarrassing if it's somebody.
No,
you know what? Hello. I can't hear you. Your audio is.
No, my kid just called me. That's what it was.
Oh, all right. You want to take that? Good, man.
You don't got school tomorrow, man. Good. She know what time it is. It's that so controversial time.
Yeah, and my wife, of course, she's gonna have a sharp memory for some of my most embarrassing moments. So, all right, she wants me to tell this story, so I'll tell it. So this is back in my single days. All right, so I'll tell you about this embarrassing moment. So, I was, I brought this one girl home on a Friday night, right? She met my dad. They said hi, whatever, we had ourselves a night. And the next day I bring home a different girl with similar features. And, she says hi to my dad. And my dad goes, oh, I met her yesterday.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I was like, that's the girl.
Damn.
So yeah, my dad he kind of messed me up in that specific time. That was not cool, man.
Yeah, I brought a female friend to my house once, and she I introduced her to my family, and my little sister, she kind of was like, "You sure she's your friend? She's pretty, blah blah blah," and she made my friend blush and also feel a little uncomfortable because when you have a friend that you see them as like a sister,
right? Instead
of like being in a relationship with them. So she's like, "Why did your family think that you and I had something going on?" And I explained to her that I don't bring girls home to the house, unless it's my girlfriend. So that's what they thought you were. And so, that was one of the embarrassing moments I had.
Was that more embarrassing for you or for her, you think?
It was, it was for both, I would say, because I got put in the spot,
Yeah.
And for her, it was like, we're just friends. So, yeah.
That's kind of tough. I was in a similar situation like that where I had a female friend come with me to my brother's wedding, and everybody kept asking, "Is that your girlfriend? Is that your girlfriend? Is that your girlfriend?" I was like, "No, we're just friends." She got really upset, man. She was like, "You don't have to keep," like she started yelling at me like, "You don't have to keep throwing it in my face that I'm not your girlfriend." I was like, "How else do you approach that, right?" Like, how else do you say that? So.
I would say that my dad's embarrassing moment was one day. My dad has a habit of, like, when you leave leftovers or like let's say you go out to eat and then you bring home leftovers and you leave it in the fridge. My dad has a habit of eating your food. So one day I brought something home and I really, really wanted to have it like the next day. So the next day I'm hungry. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna heat this up. I go in the fridge, and I ask him what happened. He
You
said,
know what
"Oh, I'm
happened?
sorry, I ate it. I'm sorry I ate it." But he does it. He has a habit of it.
Mm,
So that day we were actually flying to Puerto Rico. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna teach him a lesson for not touching stuff that doesn't belong to him. So I got some egg slices, and I had some Hershey's, also. And I ate my Hershey's, and I put the egg slices in the Hershey's wrappers, wrapped it
mhm.
up, and put it in the fridge.
Right.
So, uh, his thing is eating other people's stuff.
Mhm.
So he took a bite of the egg slices. I never said anything. And then when we got to the airport and we were in the plane, he's like, "Oh, my stomach! I gotta go to the bathroom." He went like 6, 7 times in the bathroom during that flight. And then I told my mom that what I did, and she starts laughing at him because I was trying to teach him a lesson. Please don't touch
Mm.
my stuff unless you ask. I don't
That's
have a problem.
terrible.
I don't
That's
have a
terrible.
problem sharing. I just hate when people touch my stuff.
Oh man, motivation and consistency says that when his mother walked into his room at the wrong time when he was dating his mother's children. Oh, that's gotta suck, man. Especially if you in there like, I had a similar situation, but I think it was embarrassing for both parties. And it's just certain things where it's just bad timing because I like to do practical jokes on people. I'm always, I'm also constantly trying to scare them, or waiting for them around the corner or sneaking into a room and screaming, right? So my dad was in the shower one day, and I creep into the door and I go to scare him. Rah! The old man was handling his business, so so he
Yeah.
so he got scared, and I got scared. Ah!
I have a friend who his father caught him having sex with his girlfriend.
I mean, but is that really embarrassing? That's more
It
embarrassing for
was
a person
because
who
it
catches it.
wasn't even his room. It was his dad's room. He
Oh,
was
that's
using his
terrible.
dad's king size bed. I
So
guess
he
he was
deserved
trying
to
to.
get caught.
I guess he was trying to impress his girl, and she had her legs up in the air, and he saw
Oh,
her. He saw her naked too, and all he did was just laugh.
yeah, exactly.
Mind
Like
you, he
me,
got kicked out after that.
like kicked out of the house.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's
it
terrible.
was that extreme.
That is absolutely terrible. That's 100% terrible, man. But like, just I mean, like, why do we find these things embarrassing though? Is it because like we don't want people to see us in that light, or is it something that's just that at that moment is not socially acceptable, or it's not like the popular thing to do? Is that why we find things you think embarrassing for the most part?
I think it depends on the situation because sometimes it could just be like, oh, like for example, when somebody trips or falls, they look around to see if somebody saw them, right?
Yes, yes, I like
In
that.
my job, I trip and fall a lot because I'm looking at the mail and I'm trying to sort the stuff, and next thing you know, like I'll either slip on the steps or something like that.
Yeah, I created a defense mechanism for those situations because every time you bust your ass, it's embarrassing, right? You're looking around to see who did it. So now when I bust my ass, I find it funny, so I just laugh. It's just like just it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
Laugh it up. Laugh it up. Bring it. You know, even sometimes just by yourself laughing. You're like, oh shit. All right. I ain't gotta laugh. Nobody saw it.
I think another reason why sometimes people don't want to be, I guess, vulnerable to
Mhm.
other people.
Right.
That's what it is.
I like this. She says, Showcast says that tripping is so embarrassing. I'm so clumsy and I do it all the time. Do you think that you trip because you're thinking about it too much, that you're super conscious about it, and that it's like sort of like a self-fulfilling prophecy? I wonder if
I
if
just
that's
can't
one of those situations.
multitask.
You can't multitask?
I can't multitask. I can't look at mail and then walk at the same time because
You can't chew gum and walk?
nah. I can chew gum and walk, but that's different. When I'm not paying attention, that's when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, man. Shit. So let me just think of if my wife was on here, if she can remember anything, because I've had plenty of embarrassing moments, but sometimes I have that, selective memory. I put that shit in deep, dark corners of my mind.
I got one.
Shoot.
One day I was watching the Titanic with the ex-wife, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the hell happened. It was like in some type of it was at the end of the movie when the captions, bro.
Mm.
They started playing the flute, whatever
Right.
that instrument is, right? I started tearing up. I don't know
That's not
why.
embarrassing.
Like I couldn't. I don't even know why I was like tearing up. It just came out of nowhere. And the thing is that my ex-wife's laughing at me, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know. It's just coming out like I can't. It's uncontrollable." She was like, "Yo, stop acting like a little bitch."
Oh my god, my wife is on a fucking roll, man. Again, this has to do with me trying to scare people. I need to stop doing this because she just reminded me of another scarring, embarrassing moment. All right. I hate this episode. So, all right. I go to the bathroom to scare my dad. Something I do often. I love scaring. I love his reaction. So one day I come home, I hear him in the shower. So I sneak into the bathroom. All right. I pull the shower curtain open and scream as loud as I can, but it wasn't like to scare him. It was like my reaction. I was like, ah! It was my sister, bro.
I know she gave you the WTF.
She didn't even look back, bro. That's the shit. Like, it wasn't even worth it. She didn't even get scared. I was just like, yo, bro. But thank God it was from the back. I didn't see the front. I was like, ah!
That doesn't make the situation any better, man.
I don't know, man. It's like I have an ass, everybody has an ass. I don't want to see the other side of my sister. That's just yeah, that would have been too much. Oh, God forbid she was having some extracurricular activities.
Oh man, that would have been worse. I think that would have made the situation worse.
Yeah, man, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible, man. Hold on, let me see this. Oh, I like this. So the first time you farted in front of your significant other, was that embarrassing? Yes, for me that was. Actually, the first time. All right, this is the first time I was taking a bath with one of my exes.
Oh, you cough.
Oh yeah, right. And that slips out.
Yeah, it slips out.
But that's what happened, right? I was
trying to play it off like.
No, but the reaction was epic. Check it out. I was taking a bath for the first time with my ex, right? We were both in the tub. We was having a good time. We were joking and stuff like that. And she laughed, right? And the bubbles came up. And then she just looked down in fear, like, no, bubbles, don't come up. Please don't come up. She's just still looking down. I'm like, I'm like, it's all right, man. It happens. We all do it. Yeah, basically. This guy making sound effects. That was perfect, bro. Do it again. That's exactly how fart bubbles sound. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. I could probably think of some more, but like off the top of my head, I just can't. I can't remember. I know that I've had a lot of embarrassing moments, but
yeah.
One time I was picking up somebody, right? And they had luggage, and this was while I was doing Uber. I forgot to put the car on park. And when I got out, the car started riding. It started driving forward.
Yo, that happened to me, bro. I almost killed my family.
The same thing happened to me when my Uber picked me up. The dude, it was a Dominican dude with long hair. You know, he had his hair in a ponytail. And he's like, yo, what's up, bro? He's super excited. I'm like, is your trunk big enough to fit the luggage? Because I was at the U-Haul place. And he's like, yeah, just let me get out and open the door for you. The car started riding by itself. And he's like, oh, shit. And you know when you try to stick one leg in the car and the other leg is out? That's how it goes.
No, that's 100% terrible, man. I had another moment in my head that I just lost. I got to write this stuff down, like, because I swear to God, my memory ain't shit. Don't get old, people. That shit's not cute.
My daughter's when I go out, it's kind of like I told you before in a previous podcast. When I go out to take them to a restaurant, it's like something in them. They always have to speak to the waitress, and then the waitress thinks that they're cute, and then it's like they think that I put them up to it. The waitress thinks I put the kids up to talking to them, you know, because the way they talk to them is kind of like me being interested in the waitress.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, daddy has a little crush on you, stuff like that. But in reality, it's not like that. It's just, you know, them being very friendly. But like one time, I remember I was just joking around, and the waitress like caught me on my BS. So she's playing with the kids. She noticed that the little one was acting up. So she came over to the table to kind of calm her down. And mind you, she has kids, 2 kids of her own. And then she's like, "Oh no, it's nothing. I was just trying to give you a hint because I know how kids are. And sometimes when it's a third person, they act a lot better than with their parents." And I said, "Oh, cool." So then she came back, and like I said, she wasn't even my waitress. And I said, "Man, you're so good with kids. Maybe do you want to babysit?" And she's like, "Sure, I could give you my number." And I'm like, "Whoa, I should have never said that." And then after, the guy that was actually my waiter, he's like, "Oh, you know what? Why don't you give her a chance? You know, you're single and you have kids, and she's single and she has kids. Why don't you give it a shot?" So I told him, I was like, "Listen, I don't hit on women when I'm with my kids. You know, it's out of respect for them because I know that how they feel about someone else being in the picture." And so I said, "You know what? Maybe I'll come back and leave you the number so you can get to her." So then, yeah, she.
That sounds like
really,
a pimp
but
moment
she
to
really
me.
wanted. She really like when I said that she was trying to babysit me, not the kids.
That's what I was trying to say. That doesn't sound like an embarrassing moment. That sounds like a pimp moment. Oh, yeah, hold on. What do you call it? Also, I would love to hear, like, literally hear from one of you guys. I want to hear some of your embarrassing stories. You know, I mean, being an adult, I'm putting the pressure on you, peer pressure, right? It's embarrassing. It happens. Share with the world. Now, maybe there's other people that, you know, go through these things, and maybe it's not that embarrassing knowing that other people are going through this stuff, right? All right. I'm going to share one super retarded, embarrassing moment that happened to me as an adult that shouldn't happen to any adult unless you have some type of medical issues. So, my stomach was bothering me, right? Wasn't feeling too good. And I had gas. I was farting a lot that day. So, one day, thank God I was home. I thought there was, a fart coming along. So, I committed and I shit myself, bro. Shat myself completely, bro. And I was thanking God that I was home because I couldn't imagine what that would be like if, let's say, you was at work and you had a whole shift ahead of you, or if you were on the train and public transportation, man, that's game over.
I'm telling you right now, if that were to ever happen to me at work, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to the office and I'm telling them I can't deliver the meal. I have a medical emergency.
He said, "I have a package to deliver."
Yes. Express at that. I'm sorry, man. I can't walk with shitty drawers, man.
No, it's uncomfortable to say the least, and you're not going to smell nice. It's not fair to everyone else that's around you.
Well, I work outside, so nobody's going to smell me. But the point is that I'm going to feel uncomfortable walking.
Uncomfortable to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think I have one. Let's see.
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
I tried to cut my hair once.
Okay. How'd that work out?
I had to go to the barber the same day.
So you went with your busted haircut from your mom from your house to the barber. What was that commute like? I'm sure you had a hat on.
You know it. I had to. Because
and what'd your barber say when you get there?
He's like, "Yo, who the fuck cut your hair?" And I told him, "Oh, my mom tried to straighten my hair and then cut it."
Oh, she tried to actually straighten it out.
She tried to straighten my hair first and then cut it
with like a blower and stuff.
Yeah, because I used to have real curly hair, and I guess I didn't like it back then, and so she tried to straighten it just to give me that, that perm look, I guess.
You ever try to dye your hair and it didn't come out the color you wanted it?
Nah, I never dyed my hair.
I did.
Actually, that's a lie. The beard, yeah, it came out super dark. I look
It's like
a cartoon
artificial dark,
character.
right?
I
Yeah.
look like a cartoon character.
Was that recent?
Yo, that was I think 20. No, it was 2019. It was
Did it
2019.
like
It was
use a
for my
marker?
daughter's birthday, my youngest daughter's birthday.
Uh-huh.
I looked like a cartoon cutout.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like they can't get the right darkness, right? It's like an artificially super dark charcoal color.
Well, it turns out that my hair is more like a dark brown than a black. So
Oh, so you have to know what color you are prior to using it?
yeah, when you use those products, you have to learn, because sometimes they say if your grays are really bad, you need to use a darker
Right.
shade. But this was like jet black dark.
That sucks.
So
man,
I look
'cause-
like you're Hulk Hogan when we did it with the NWO. When they had
the blonde and the
gray.
black. Yeah.
That's how I look like.
Why don't you just brush it in with the Just for Men?
Nah, that's what I did. That's what I painted.
Oh, that's what it was?
I dyed it with the Just for Men.
Oh, man. So now you just embracing, all right? Yeah, salt and pepper all night long.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's happening to me too, man. It's happening to the best of us, man.
Yes,
Just
but how old are you?
I am much older than you.
See, I'm 37. I shouldn't be having this already.
People get it even younger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I embrace it these days.
You have to. I mean, it fits the episode though. Embarrassing moments, man. It happens. Like, oh my god, I got one fucking gray. Oh, let me get a marker. That's how I start, right? With the first couple of grays, the
Yep.
bottom, the top. It's just the worst.
Well, it's easier when you have like a small patch, but like when you're, when it's all over the place, it's different. Like I would prefer to have just all white than just having the salt and pepper look. But I always change my appearance anyways. Sometimes I grow out the beard, sometimes I clean cut.
Yeah. What do you call it? I have a lot more embarrassing stories, but they are rated R stories, so I'm not going to share them today.
Oh, why not, man?
I'll save them. I'll save them for down the line.
You wait until you get more followers to tell these.
No, it's wow. It's bad. We'll say that for another time. Let me see what we got. All right.
Make the ratings go up.
Motivation and consistency says, I like my gray hairs on my beard. No 5 minutes for men here. No just for men here. Yeah, you gotta embrace it, man. You gotta embrace a little bit of salt and pepper. Oh, my wife said save it for the premium YouTube or the OnlyFans page.
See, she's definitely an entrepreneur over here.
Yeah, I mean,
that's gonna be your manager over there.
Yeah, basically, she knows all of my deepest, darkest secrets.
Matter of fact, we're gonna create an OnlyFans page. Since we are always on the topic of OnlyFans, if you subscribe to Rick's OnlyFans page, he will tell you those stories.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's never gonna happen. Would you? All right, let's talk about. There would have been a time where doing something like that would have been embarrassing. So it fits into today's topic in a way, right? Talking about embarrassing stuff. Now people are no longer embarrassed about certain things, about showing themselves or putting themselves out there, and like even this would have been too embarrassing for me. Like just putting myself out there and being, whatever. So I think that as times change, as certain things become less embarrassing and more socially acceptable.
Yeah, sometimes people do it for the ratings too. Like look at Jackass, or I forgot that MTV. I think it's an MTV show that they came out with that they show embarrassing moments.
Mm.
It's like it's a girl and a guy sitting on the couch, and the host is showing the video.
Oh, you talking about how the skateboarder dude, right?
Yeah.
The ridiculousness.
Yeah.
But that's like beyond embarrassing. That's just plain as dumb people doing dumb shit, because they think it's cool. Right, it's just you deserve whatever that you got coming to you. If you want to do stuff, just doing it for the likes. You put yourself out there, like them stupid ass challenges, like which normally would be embarrassing under any other circumstances, but since it's for the likes and the notoriety and all this other stuff, it's okay.
You ever go to the bathroom and forget to zip up?
No, who does that?
I know it's happened to you. And
No,
then
you see,
somebody tell you, because you know how guys are, they don't want to tell you, yo, your fly's open.
No,
Unless it's a good friend of yours that you're like, yo.
Oh no. I was thinking somewhere else. I'm sorry. I was thinking like your junk is still hanging out. I was like, that's impossible. I mean, just to fly down.
He said that's impossible.
No, how you gonna forget? You're gonna feel a nice cool breeze.
Thank you for the details.
No, so that's why when you first saw it, this guy's being ridiculous. That's impossible. You're not, you're walking out.
He said that's impossible.
You sound like you walked out with your junk out now. It's like, come on, bro.
I'm sure if I walk out with my zipper down in this weather, I could probably feel it.
But yeah, in general, why is that embarrassing though? If somebody catches what I did.
Actually, that's my embarrassing moment. I actually forgot to zip up, and I'm sitting down. It's at work. It was my other security job, and then I see my supervisor, and he's like, "No, actually, my pants had a hole at the bottom." I'm sitting down, and my supervisor's like, "Dude,
is that your nut?"
Shit, bro. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
That's terrible. Hold on. All right, so Mommy Flo says, my dad was in a rush to go to the airport. His Uber was downstairs. He was peeing and decided to freshen up with a wipe. He used a Clorox wipe. His skin was burning.
Oh my God. Yeah, that burns. That burns. But how do you get the container mixed up? You could tell when it's Clorox because it has the yellow and blue.
Well, they don't all have yellow and blue. Now they come in different varieties ever since the pandemic.
Oh man.
You probably had one that had like roses and stuff like that, like fresh scent. And then he gave it a good wipe and said, "Aye."
Damn, that sucks.
He was walking like a cowboy on the way to the airport, I bet. So embarrassing things can also be funny, man. It'd be great conversation starters also. You break the ice with embarrassing stories. So, it could be, something that's not exactly negative. You can turn it into a positive. I like to share embarrassing stories because people tend to laugh. Nobody says, "Oh my God, that's embarrassing. How could you do that?"
But
you ever get a reaction like that?
Natural. I think for you it's natural because people who really know you know that you're a funny guy. So that when it happens to you, it's one of those things like, "Oh, Rick's trying to be funny," Instead of like, it could be embarrassing to you in reality, but to them it's like, "Oh, this is just him being normal," cracking jokes and whatnot.
I want to go back to the whole the leaving your zipper open, right?
Okay.
Like I'm wondering, why is that embarrassing? Because not once, and I've seen a lot of open zippers. You don't see shit. Like,
actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to change the story. It wasn't that I left my zipper open.
No. I know. I'm just talking about. I know.
Over my pants.
No, you did say that. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm talking about just in general, though. Like, why did the zipper thing? Why is that an embarrassing thing? Because I've seen
all my shit. That's why.
No, not for you. I'm not talking about your story. I'm talking about in general. Like, why is having your zipper down? Why is that embarrassing? We're like, "Oh shit, sorry." Like, why are we so quick to zipper up? Like, people don't see nothing. It's a dark little cave. Like, I've tried. I'm like, "All right, the zipper's open. Can you say anything?" "Yo, your zipper's open." It's not a big deal. But some people are like, oh my god, thank you so much. So, motivation said,
my shit was hanging like a Christmas bell.
Like,
That's why. That's why.
That's why you gotta make sure that your pants ain't got no holes in them, man. You can't get your pants.
I was in work, so it wasn't like it was outside.
Oh,
it just happened. It just happened. I went to the bathroom, and I guess my pants had a hole because security, they use the cheap pants sometimes. So I was working a contract security job, and they had these nylon pants, and somehow I didn't realize that there was a hole at the bottom, like a split. And, and then when I sat down after going to the bathroom, he's like, dude, dude, you're fucking with me, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? He thought I was like pranking him, and I'm like, what? Why? He's like, yo, your shit is hanging out.
But you gotta appreciate them though. For not everybody will tell you anything. They'll leave you out there with the junk.
It was embarrassing, but it was also funny as hell. Because
no, I mean, good looks. I would have dapped them up and everything. Because if he would have left you hanging, man, you would have been out there. Ding, 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 ding. All right, hold on. Hillbilly here has a story to share real quick. He says on the job site, I had to do number 2, I guess, early morning. It was foggy. I went to the tree line and dropped trow right as 2 middle-aged joggers jogged by. It was on the morning trail in Carmel, Indiana. Damn, you got caught busting a log in the woods.
Let me ask you a question about that topic. Now, let's say you're in the bathroom, right? You dropping a deuce, right? I don't want to be nasty, but let's say you're in the bathroom dropping a deuce, but you're just relaxing, and then somebody sits right next to you in the next stall, right? And let's say you got gas and whatnot. Do you wait until that person leaves before?
I used to have a fucking shy bladder with that shit, and then I got pissed off and I said, "Fuck it, I don't know these people. I just let it go now. Now I don't care." But before, yeah, man, I used to be like, "Oh shit."
Yo, that shit happened to me.
Like, damn, I gotta go. There's somebody right next to me, right? I used to hold it, get all cramped up, and then they taking a long ass time to go. I said, "Fuck this shit. I don't know these people. I'm gonna let it rip."
I was in class at the academy and that shit happened to me. I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm going and I'm like, I'm going inside the bathroom and actually there was somebody sitting down already in the next stall, but this person's like taking their sweet ass time.
Let them know you're there.
And so I went to the next stall. And I'm like, damn, I gotta go so bad. And then you know how when you sit in the toilet and you're like, but you want to go, you want to let it out, but then you got a little bit of gas and you know it's gonna be real loud. So you're like, damn, you know what? I gotta squeeze my cheeks and wait, because if I just sit down, it might come out. So I waited until he left the bathroom or he started washing his hands. Because for me, I have to flush the toilet and make some noise just to go.
You doing too much, man.
Yeah, I have to, man, because you're
doing so much.
Especially if you have to go really bad and like you've been holding it, it just makes too much noise.
I don't give a shit no more, man. I used to have a shy bladder. There was a time where we in the stall, the urinals. I can't go if someone's right next to me. I used to be like, oh my god, the fuck, it's uncomfortable. After a while, you just say, yo, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go. I gotta go. I'm not gonna put myself at risk, man. That shit hurts trying to hold that shit. So I just go. Had this ever happened to you? What Marmar says, twice in her life, she entered the men's bathroom by mistake, thinking it was the woman's bathroom. That must have been a nice surprise for the men. Like, hey, feel free. I know they didn't kick you out, but if a guy goes into the women's bathroom, he's gonna get kicked out.
my cousin in Missouri actually took me. Like, it was the first time I went to visit my family in Kansas City, Missouri, and she's like, "Hey, cuz, I'm gonna take you out to a bar." So I'm excited. I'm like, "Okay, we're finally gonna get some action over here." Instead of me chilling in the house.
Right.
I like to go out. I like to eat out at restaurants and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to a bar. Turns out when I went in there, I started noticing something like the scene. And then what confirmed that we were at that type of scene was when I went to the bathroom and the guy was looking at me using the bathroom. I was in the urinal and he was like looking at me. She took me to a gay bar. And she didn't tell me that she was gonna do that. So then after that, I was like, your husband is my date for the night. All right. So if anybody comes up to me, I'm going to be like, I'm with him.
I said, be like, I am spoken for. Okay. You respect my gangster. Marmar was just looking for Superman in the men's room. She has to check the phone booths. He changes in the phone booths. Yeah. So I think we're gonna pretty much wrap it up, man. That was a really fun conversation on embarrassing moments, man. I could talk about this topic all day. It's just that I don't want to bite off more than I can chew because, like I said, there's some topics, there's some embarrassing moments that are just too hot for television.
Subscribe to the OnlyFans page for $9.99 and you will get the story.
For the 40% discount, this never happens before. We never give discounts.
Yes. The code is Uber Mike.
Uber Mike
for your 25% discount.
Uber Mike to see Magic Mike. All right, man. If this is your guys' first time here, consider giving us a like or consider subscribing to the channel, man. This is about having these conversations, man. I love talking about different types of topics. So, I mean, if you ever have a topic that you want to discuss, feel free to join our Facebook group. It's just do a search for That's So Controversial in Facebook. You'll find us. It's an open platform now. You guys can just join whenever you want. So this is not about right and wrong, man. It's about having a conversation and hearing from different people's perspective, man. So like I always say, we don't have to agree, but damn it, we should always talk, man. Love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. We're here Mondays through Fridays, 8 p.m., man. Feel free to join the conversation. I always provide you guys with the link, and take care, man. Have a fantastic evening. Yes, and thank you, Mike, for showing them. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. No problem.